Hello and welcome back. Today we're going to have a look at Beyond ATC. They've had a few updates on ATC. It's now got AI injected aircraft in there. The AI injected aircraft is only what's on your trip. It's not completely been filled out yet. They're doing it little by little, which is the right thing to do. Because I've got the sport version, we get it earlier. It's like a beta release, an alpha. So that's what we're going to showcase today, is that part of it, how it's brought it more to life. I've been having problems with GSX Pro, which is just a recent update, and it seems like it's now fixed, so that might be no longer an issue, hopefully. I've done a few other bits. We won't use self-loading cargo. We won't even put passengers on. What we'll do, we'll simulate is that the passenger's already on, that kind of thing, so we can get moving. It's going to be a British Airways 777 flight from Heathrow to Paris, just to show this off. After that, I will fly from Paris to somewhere else, I guess. I didn't want to do a major flight because it can be a pain in the back side. So I've had to make sure everything works, because there are a few bugs that I've tried to do this prior to my holiday and it didn't work out too well. So now with all these updates, it seems to have worked pretty well. So we'll move over. And there's another little trick I'm going to show with the drone camera, which I learnt recently. So we'll move over. So here we are. I'll turn the vol up so we can hear what's going on. Obviously, I've also using weather force in this one, so it's actual weather as it should be. So we'll get that window open. We'll get some power in first. We can probably get that connected now. What you'll hear a lot more going
Beyond
on.
ATC connected.
Be a lot more going on in the background once I can get it to there. So it's going to load in all the details it needs. Before we can do too much, we do need to get some power on. We'll get the power on to start with. The mistake I always make first is go here and then enter in your sim brief. I'm not too happy about that, so I'm just going to do that for a second. I'm going to go to general options. It's a bit blurred. This might take a second or two. There. And change that over to TAA. Fly and save. See it. Fly and settings. Go. Go back. Cancel. That's better. That's a bit more like it. I can read it now. So, in the 777, it's best to go to this sim brief here and just load it into sim brief here straight away. So now we've got all that, we just got to wait for all this to power up. What we can do, let me get rid of Beyond ATC for a minute. I'll start that yet. Beyond ATC now is so full of stuff going on that it's sometimes you have to now wait and get all your instructions out. It takes a little bit longer now. Alright, let's get those lights on. Let's get things all turned on. Like I said, I'm not using self-loading cargo because that puts us under too much pressure, and we don't need that right now. That on. All those turned on. Those turned on. All those turned on. Ready. I think these others are all on. Beacon on. Let's get all of them on. It's not going to hurt. Get all that on. Come down here and we can Put the floor light on. Now we can go to the FMC. Okay. ULL. Okay, so it's making its noises to tell you it's awake. We can start entering that in. There's a little pause there, so you have to be a little bit careful as you end up doing what I do, and that's type it in twice. Sometimes it's just too quick. Okay. Request that. We'll put it in from SimBrief. Select route. We're requesting. We'll flick that over to plan right away. Press sent, here we go. We can now load in our route. We can activate it. So the first thing we want to do, I'm actually going to do it another way because I had trouble with this earlier. The easiest way to do it. Then we can just go in here and put all the stuff in here, accept that. All done there. Right, this is where I'm going to need SimBrief. SimBrief, where are you? There we are. Right, okay. So, where are we going to go? So we're going from 09 right. Actually, this would be a good time actually to put this on. As you can see, it says here frequency does not exist. It's because we haven't chosen one. So we'll go to clearance, and then you'll start hearing different things going on now.
Speedbird 555 Whiskey Heavy, IFR to Orly.
Speedbird 555 Whiskey Heavy, Heathrow delivery. Expect runway 09 right, Modern 1 Juliet departure. Squawk 5754.
Modern 1 Juliet departure. Squawk 5754. Speedbird 555 Whiskey Heavy.
Speedbird 555 Whiskey Heavy, readback correct. Contact ground 121.905 when ready for push or start.
Ground 121.905 when ready for pushback or engine start. Speedbird 555 Whiskey Heavy.
Okay, so that's our departure, so that's all now set up. Yeah, it says you can't do it at that altitude, but I did it last time. Back to there, back to there. And we're coming in on 06, I believe, yeah. Favourite. 6, it might try to change that. Bob's the 9 here, it should be. Okay, so that's that sorted. And get the VNAV, client directory. It's 29 there, so we'll go 2. Across, that should be okay. Then that one, and then we want to go to forecast, load. And that should load that all in for us, which it has done. Clear that out of the way. These are the winds, so I won't worry about direction, speed and all that. So it all gets connected in with it. Back to route. We now go to takeoff. We can put that as 5. Push that in. 737.8 will do. Might know why we need such a big high speed there, but we'll nonetheless we will do it. 191, 27,000. It says we can't do it, but we will do it. Happy with all of that. So then we can go back to index. We'll go to approach. Do that. Yeah, so we're all set now on that. And the thing we've got left to do is go to legs and what I want. That one. And we can step through and make sure that the flight is correct. Probably be a discon, yeah, there we are. And then coming into the final flight phase. Well, that's perfect. We know that's okay. We now push that to progress. Over to map.
Swiss 81 Charlie, stand 244, request pushback and engine start.
And there you go, you're now listening to
Charlie, Heathrow ground, pushback
the AI
approved. Face north.
That's been put in. So
Pushback and engine start approved. Face north, Swiss 81 Charlie.
let me just zoom in because I want to see where we are. Oh, we're quite a way, so we're taking off 09. That's going to be interesting. I think we'll come out and turn right and then come, yeah, I think so, down E, right. Okay, that will tell me later on here. So what we'll do is we'll get catering sorted out. While that's sorting itself out,
vehicles are on their way.
Oh, there we go. I did that without thinking. Right, I'm going to move that out of the way. A nice new little trick I've found is if we go into the camera, go to showcase, minimise that. Now, if you've got a D-pad, you can now spin around and you can go absolutely anywhere you want. Up, down, everywhere. As you can see, it's early morning.
Swiss 81 Charlie, taxi for departure.
You hear a lot of that. That is the new
Swiss
injected
81
AI.
Charlie,
As
runway
you can see
0 to
there.
9 left taxi via Lima. Bravo, Alpha, Lima 56
All
Lima
connected in
57
there.
Alpha 1 tree, Alpha Bravo 1 tree.
As well as live players. It's why you see
Runway
live players on top
09
of
left
planes.
taxi via Lima, Bravo, Alpha, Lima 56, Lima 57, Alpha 1 tree, Alpha Bravo 1 tree, Swiss 81 Charlie.
And of course you can go anywhere you want. You can have a look at the trees to make sure they are in autumn. I can see they're in autumn already. And even when your GSX is working doing the setting it up, but you can get a good look at the plane as well.
Speedbird 68 Hotel at ramp 1028, request pushback. Speedbird 68 Hotel, Heathrow ground,
You
pushback
can also
and engine start approved.
have a decent look at
Face northeast. Pushback and engine start approved. Face
all the
northeast.
wind and
Speedbird 68 Hotel.
everything else you want to see. The old G sign. It just adds a little bit more to it. As you can see, he's coming in and out with the food. This will populate eventually. There we go, it's all populated. And eventually we should see, if you had SLC on, we would have
Speedbird for 7-2, stand 556, request pushback. Speedbird for 7-2, Heathrow ground, pushback approved. Face north.
So you can go up high and have a good look around.
Face north, Speedbird for 7-2.
See other players taking off.
Speedbird 68 Hotel, taxi for departure.
And all these
Speedbird 68 Hotel, runway 09 and left taxi
planes here will be talking to ATC.
Lima 21 Bravo, Alpha, Lima 56 Lima 57 Alpha 1 tree, Alpha Bravo 1 tree. Runway 09 and left taxi via Mike, Lima 2 tree, Lima 21 Bravo, Alpha, Lima 56 Lima 57 Alpha 1 tree, Alpha Bravo 1 tree, Speedbird 68 Hotel.
Just get back into quiet for a minute. Yeah, so ATC uses FSTL or AIG, whatever injection unit you're using for extra aircraft. And what it does, it's taking the last week's worth of flights and it recreates them for you. So we're sitting here on a Friday morning. It will create what happened last Friday morning. Looks like the
Speedbird for 7-2, request taxi to the active.
it just adds, and this will happen all the way through your flight.
Runway 09 and left taxi via Charlie, Bravo, Alpha, Lima 56
But we must set up
Lima
our plane
57
ready
Alpha
for
1 tree,
the
Alpha
flight
Bravo 1
first.
tree. Runway 09 and left taxi via Charlie, Bravo, Alpha, Lima 56 Lima 57 Alpha 1 tree, Alpha Bravo 1 tree, Speedbird for 7-2.
So that's now all set. Get those on. So I just want to make sure that our plane is all set for when it wants to take off. What we can do at this stage also is get the APU running. We'll get that going. I'm not going to do the passengers because what will happen is we'll be here all day waiting for passengers to come on. So just a good idea. Just double check everything, make sure everything's right. Remembering that window's open before we take off. Everything in here is fine.
Speedbird 4 Alpha, ramp 551, request pushback and engine start.
Speedbird 4 Alpha, Heathrow ground, pushback approved. Face south.
What we'll do while we're doing that, we'll
Pushback
get rid of the
approved.
jetway.
Face south. Speedbird 4 Alpha.
Let's just say no for a minute. Until the APU is cut in.
Speedbird for 7-2. Contact Heathrow Tower 1-2 for decimal for 7-5.
APU is now running, so it should now say
Over to Tower 1-2 for decimal for 7-5. Speedbird for 7-2. Bye bye.
move it to that map. I like that better. And then we can go into here. We can
Swiss
remove
81 Charlie.
checks,
Contact Heathrow Tower 1-2 for decimal for 7-5.
and that will remove everything now. So
Over to Tower 124.475, Swiss 81 Charlie.
we now have ground. Well, we don't have ground power. We come off of ground power. We're now
Speedbird
running
18
on
Alpha at run
APU.
1024. Request pushback and engine start.
What we will do, we'll ask for
Speedbird 18 Alpha,
pushback.
Heathrow ground. Pushback approved. Face west.
A bit moody that air, isn't it?
Pushback and engine start approved. Face west. Speedbird 18 Alpha.
Speedbird 555 Whiskey Heavy. Stand 336. Request pushback.
Speedbird 555 Whiskey Heavy, Heathrow ground. Pushback approved. Face west.
Pushback approved.
Yeah.
Face west. Speedbird 555 Whiskey Heavy.
I'm going most to the right. Okay. So now we've got that. We've got approval.
Speedbird 4 Alpha. Request taxi.
We can now...
Speedbird for Alpha, runway 09 right taxi via Charlie. Alpha, November 10, November Bravo 10.
Runway 09 right taxi via Charlie. Alpha, November 10, November Bravo 10, Speedbird 4 Alpha.
Oh, that's definitely nice. We're over here.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
I'm not.
Speedbird 18 Alpha, request taxi. Speedbird 18 Alpha, runway 09 left taxi via Mike. Lima 23, Lima 21, Bravo. Alpha, Lima 56, Lima 57, Alpha 13, Alpha Bravo 13.
Departure checks completed. Bypass
Runway 09 left taxi via Mike. Lima 23, Lima 21, Bravo. Alpha, Lima 56, Lima 57, Alpha 13, Alpha Bravo 13, Speedbird 18 Alpha. Speedbird for Alpha, contact Heathrow Tower 12 for decimal for 75.
Over to Tower 124.475, Speedbird 4 Alpha.
locking gear.
And while we're waiting to lift up, we'll just minimise that. That's the advantage of the drone, it can get you around the plane a bit more, so I think nose to the right, tail to the left.
Release parking brakes, please.
If hoping they do,
Commencing
yeah.
push. All engines clear. Start at will.
Okay. The engine should be starting.
Air Portugal 63 Vitor, AT stand 216, request pushback.
Air Portugal 63 Victor, Heathrow ground, pushback and engine start approved. Face south.
Pushback approved, face south, Air Portugal 63 Vitor.
I'm going to bring this on to here for now. As you can see, that was Air Portugal. So it'll keep doing this now. It's lining us all up. And you will line up properly. If you can't take off, it won't just let you clear for takeoff. It will say to hold. Added a little bit more to it, ATC now. With doing this, it's brilliant. I mean, they do have more stages to go. But if you're a supporter and you pay that extra, you get these early. All this stuff gets early. It's like if you just bought the standard one, you would just be using the normal. This hasn't been released, general release yet. So they should ask us to put the brakes on in a minute.
Please set parking brakes.
Parking brake is set. You just click on the old taxi lights.
Air Portugal 63 Vitor, request taxi to deactive.
Air Portugal 63 Victor, runway 09
they're going
right
the
taxi
same way
via
we're going.
Kilo, Alpha, November 10, November Bravo 10.
Runway 09 right taxi via Kilo Alpha, November 10, November Bravo 10. Air Portugal 63 Vitor.
Speedbird 68 Hotel, contact Heathrow Tower 12 for decimal for 75. Contact Tower 12 for decimal for 75, Speedbird 68 Hotel.
Tow truck disconnected. Bypass pin removed.
Okay, right, so that's all now been done.
Left is
So what
clear,
we can do
right is clear.
is hopefully we've
Speedbird
got in there first.
555 Whiskey Heavy. Request taxi.
Speedbird 555 Whiskey Heavy, runway 09 right taxi via Bravo, Alpha, November 10, November Bravo 10.
I think
Runway
we're facing the wrong
09
way.
right taxi via Bravo. Alpha, November 10,
Huh?
November Bravo 10. Speedbird 555 Whiskey Heavy.
This is another neat little thing. If you don't have Navigraph,
Austrian for Mike, stand
you can use this to get you to
request pushback.
the runway.
Austrian 4 Mike, Heathrow ground, pushback approved.
So once she
Face
disappears,
north.
we can move forward.
Pushback approved, face north, Austrian for Mike.
So she's just signalling. Have a good trip. She's away. We can start now to release the brakes. Add a little oomph, and we can move forward. They'll be telling me the window's open, which it is. We can now close the window. Alright, back off the power a bit. And we can find our way out of here. So, sun is starting to come out. Cloud has disappeared. It's a bit
Austrian for Mike,
It's a bit deliberate,
request
that.
taxi to the active.
Austrian 4 Mike, runway 09 left taxi via Lima, Bravo, Alpha, Lima 56 Lima 57 Alpha 13 Alpha Bravo 13.
Runway 09 left taxi via Lima, Bravo, Alpha, Lima 56, Lima 57, Alpha 13, Alpha Bravo 13, Austrian for Mike.
So we're quite happily now chugging on our way down to the runway. Just turn the AP off. Oh, got some lightning going on. Airplane coming in. What you want to do is a quick check to see. Okay, yeah. Because sometimes when you follow the map on Beyond ATC, it can be the reverse way around, so you have to just do a quick check on it, which way the plane leans. If you have Navigraph, you can use
Air
both this
Portugal 63
Navigraph and this
Victor,
together.
contact Heathrow
It's
Tower
handy.
12 for decimal for 75. Have a good morning.
It's the second of the two.
Over to Tower 124 decimal 475, Air Portugal 63 Vitor.
You can hear other planes are coming in.
Delta 9889 Heavy, stand 2 tree. Request pushback and engine start.
Delta 9889
So
Heavy,
I
Heathrow
believe
ground.
it's
Pushback approved.
this one will
Face
come up
north.
to now.
Pushback and engine start approved. Face north. Delta 9889 Heavy.
Struggle on FPS, always do when
Air
they're
France
recording.
65 Yankee Papa, stand 3-4, request pushback and engine start. Air France 65 Yankee Papa, Heathrow ground, pushback approved. Face southwest.
And you can move this map around so you can see where you're
Pushback
heading.
and engine start approved. Face southwest. Air France 65 Yankee Papa.
Right down to the runway.
Speedbird 18 Alpha. Contact Heathrow Tower 12 for decimal for 75. Contact Tower 12 for decimal for 75. Speedbird 18 Alpha.
So the ATC, as you can see, it just makes it a little bit more believable. You've got
Delta
eggs and again.
9889 Heavy, request taxi.
Just makes it more believable, a little
Delta
bit more.
9889
You're not on
Heavy.
your own.
Runway 09 left taxi via Kilo. Bravo. Alpha. Lima 56 Lima 57 Alpha 13 Alpha Bravo 13.
Runway 09er left taxi via Kilo. Bravo. Alpha. Lima 56. Lima 57. Alpha
Sorry,
13.
Alvin.
Alpha Bravo 13. Delta 9889 Heavy.
Speedbird 555 Whiskey Heavy. Contact Heathrow Tower 12 for decimal for 75.
Contact Tower 124 decimal 475. Speedbird 555 Whiskey Heavy. Have a good day.
Okay, so we can contact those for departure.
Speedbird 555 Whiskey Heavy. Ready to go. Runway 09er right. Speedbird 555 Whiskey Heavy. Heathrow Tower. Wind 050 at 6. Runway 09er right. Cleared for takeoff. Runway 09er right. Cleared for takeoff. Speedbird 555 Whiskey Heavy.
Okay,
Air
so
Portugal 63 Victor. Contact Heathrow departure 134 decimal 908. Contact Heathrow departure 134 decimal 908. Air Portugal 63 Victor.
the weather's not great. We're going to turn ourselves onto here. I'll just move that out of the way so we get a good takeoff. It doesn't take into consideration players. See if this is going to work this time. So you hit this, it's so good on.
Alpha. Contact Heathrow departure 134 decimal 908.
Contact Heathrow departure 134 decimal 908. Speedbird 18 Alpha.
V1. Rotate. V2. Positive rate of climb.
Austrian 4 Mike, holding short, runway 09er left.
Austrian 4 Mike. Heathrow Tower, wind 050 at 6, runway 09 left, cleared for takeoff.
And we're up and
Runway 09
flying.
left, cleared for takeoff, Austrian for Mike.
Speedbird 555 Whiskey Heavy. Contact Heathrow departure 134.908. Contact Heathrow departure 134.908. Speedbird 555 Whiskey Heavy. Heathrow, Speedbird 555 Whiskey Heavy, 3,100 feet.
Speedbird 555 Whiskey Heavy, Heathrow departure. Good day. Identified. Climb to flight level 130.
Climb to flight level 130. Speedbird 555 Whiskey Heavy.
Heathrow, Speedbird 3 Golf. Good day. Flight level 099er with information echo.
Speedbird 3 Golf Heathrow approach. Good day. QNH 1021 expect radar vectors for ILS runway 09 left.
QNH 1021 expect radar vectors for ILS runway 09 left, Speedbird 3 Golf.
Speedbird 4 Alpha, turn right, heading 015, climb to flight level 180. Expect further clearance in about 226 miles.
Turn right, heading 015, climb to flight level 180, Speedbird 4 Alpha.
It was a murky all day.
Traffic.
Swiss 81 Charlie, turn left, heading 355, climb to flight level 190.
Turn left, heading 355, climb to flight level 190, Swiss 81 Charlie.
That's close.
Clear of conflict.
A lot of players out there today, but it looks like we're clearing the murkiness.
Heathrow, Austrian for Mike, 1,000 feet.
Austrian 4 Mike, Heathrow departure, identified, climb to flight level 190.
Climb to flight level 190, Austrian for Mike.
Speedbird 555 Whiskey Heavy, contact London Control 118 for 75.
Contact London Control 118.475. Speedbird 555 Whiskey Heavy. Have a good day.
Speedbird for 72, London Control, radar contact, climb to flight level 390. Climb to flight level 390, Speedbird for 72.
I was going to say, that's the only thing you do get confused.
London Control, Speedbird 555 Whiskey Heavy, leaving flight level 104 for flight level 130.
Speedbird 555 Whiskey Heavy, London Control, radar contact, climb to flight level 270.
Climb to flight level 270. Speedbird 555 Whiskey Heavy.
You can keep an eye down here on where are you going and what you're doing on the flight path. It's a short flight really, but always a nice tester. I'd actually got this ATC down when just before I was going on holiday. Didn't really get to try it much. So today really is its first real test. Yeah, it was my birthday last week, and my son gave me probably one of the best presents I can ever get. I'm actually going to fly a real plane. I don't live too far from the Imperial War Museum, and I'm going to go fly a real plane, which is pretty damn exciting. And it does go towards a pilot's license, which is good. Let's see if I get the bug or whether I can't stand being up in the air. He's coming along to watch. I'm sure he's trying to kill me. Could have been worse. It could have been a parachute jump. Now, I never see the reason for jumping out of a perfectly good plane. Oh, there's still some thunderstorms going. Now, if it's perfectly working fine, there's a seat in it, I'll be quite happy sitting on it, thanks. Parachuting has never really appealed to me. Oh, I didn't set the clock, but I will do it. These clouds are True Force clouds. They're injected from True Force. So I've got AccuSeason and True Force both working together at long last. And now we've got the ATC working. It's even better. So where are we? We're just going past a place called Storrington in Arundel. East Preston, Goring by the sea, so near Worthing. Can zoom in on here as well. I think it should. There you go. It tells you where you are. Littlehampton. Another thing I do need to do is you have a checklist on here, and it does mess around. So I tend to just clear the checklist out.
Speedbird for 72. Contact Paris Control 119.825.
Another British Airways flight in front of us.
119.825. Speedbird for 72.
Alright, so let's just go and get his checklist out of the way. And that should now be it. Go back to now. Engines look good. All off, all off, all off. Just make sure no lights are on up here. All looks good. We've got some thunderstorms going on below us. What you can do, you can actually bring True Force up and drag it across, and it will tell you what's going on. So that was the last position it's read from. It is from Heathrow, and as you can see, it's got showers, thunderstorms.
London Control, Speedbird 68 Hotel, passing flight level 141 for flight level 170 direct talk.
And away we go.
Speedbird 68 Hotel, London Control, identified. Climb to flight level 350. Climb to flight level 350, Speedbird 68 Hotel.
Now, if you've got ATC, beyond ATC, and you're using the AI that costs, bear in mind you're going to use a lot of it up doing this. So I've got them on the no cost voices, which I think are just as good. So way up above the clouds. Early morning flight, 6:30 in the morning. Yeah, still a bit of light sunshine there, but I won't worry about that too much for now. We're going to be moving away from it anyway. Clouds look good. You might see these rapidly disappear. That's the only downside, the drawback to True Force. Now we're halfway across the channel and it's still got thunderstorms going on.
London Control, Air Portugal 63 Vitor. Traugo flight level 160 for flight level 1 Niner 0 direct talk.
Air Portugal 63 Victor, London Control, identified. Climb to flight level 390.
Now you can, if you want to go back into your drone and have a look around, but and that's totally entirely up to you. And if you've got it, let's just put it back over. And we should soon get Air France taken over. As we get further across the channel, we're about just over halfway. Heading towards Drake. And we should be at top of climb. As you can see, it's clearing in front of us, so not many clouds in front. Now we're at altitude, we can reduce that to, always go down to about 3,000. That way when we get to top of descent, she'll start to drop on her own. So.
Speedbird 555 Whiskey Heavy, contact Paris Control 119.825, have a good day.
Contact Paris Control 119.825. Speedbird 555 Whiskey Heavy. Paris Control, Speedbird 555 Whiskey Heavy. Good day, flight level 270.
Speedbird 555 Whiskey Heavy, Paris Control, radar contact. Speedbird 2C2 Heavy, contact London Control 118.475. Contact London Control 118.475, Speedbird 262 Heavy.
And now just sit back and enjoy it while we can, because it won't far before we get to top of descent, I think. Yeah, about 40 odd miles. And if you look down onto your progress, you can see in the bottom right hand corner there it says 2DTD, and that's 47 nautical miles. We are motoring quite well. It's a big plane, it's a short flight, so you'd normally use this to like transatlantic, Africa, places like that. I've done a transatlantic flight to America. It's 6 hours of pure flying. They use 6 hours. You can actually speed things up. I've tried it out, might want to try that at some stage, see what happens. Like I say, the ATC will carry on all the way, and it's everything that's in your path basically, or heading your way on your route. We're clearly in a queue as well. We had someone behind us, someone in front of us. So we do end up with a stacked flight at some stage. So we might have to ask for descent in a little while.
Paris Control, Speedbird 30 Tango, flight level 160.
Speedbird 30 Tango, Paris Control, identifié. Speedbird 472, you were assigned flight level 3 Nine 0. I show you at flight level 37 Nine. Climb to flight level 3 Nine 0. Wilco, climb to flight level 390, Speedbird for 72.
There's a lot of British Airways out there. We are closing in quickly on our descent. $18 miles, and we are travelling at 338 knots, so it's pretty quick.
Speedbird 555 Whiskey Heavy, Paris Control, expect Bob Nine Echo, runway 06.
Okay, I have to acknowledge that.
Expect Bob's Niner Echo, runway 06, Speedbird 555 Whiskey Heavy.
At least we're coming in on that one. The 14 miles, this is why you need it clear so you can read this down here for a bit of a distance. We've got 14 miles left and then we have to start descending. So it's a relatively short flight. Made this flight quite a lot. So my next flight to try this out for over a longer period would probably be Stansted to Ibiza, which is over a 3-hour flight. Eight miles, so we'll soon be calling for ready for descent if it doesn't make us descend before then. Sometimes ATC will tell you to descend, especially if you miss your target, but else will descend automatically. We're going to reduce the speed now. 4 miles, 3.
Speedbird 555 Whiskey Heavy, ready for descent.
Speedbird 555 Whiskey Heavy, Bob Mine Echo, runway 06, descend to flight level 130.
Bob's Niner Echo, runway 06, descend to flight level 130. Speedbird 555 Whiskey Heavy.
So 3 miles seems about the opportune time to do it. By the time she's finished talking, you're descending.
Speedbird 30 Tango, contact London Control 118.475, have a good day.
Contact London Control 118.475, Speedbird 30 Tango. Have a good day.
You tend to have to listen a bit more as well, because obviously being so many British Airways in the sky, you have to listen out for your own one, so it stops you being lazy. Oh, we are shedding height quite quickly. We're basically going to go up here, turn left, and then left again. And it's a clear day. Perfect. And then you can just go down here, check on your progress, how far you got left. 124 miles to go, 123 miles. That's pretty good. You can also check on your map as well. At this stage, you just want to keep an eye on your altitude and make sure your purple triangle stays roughly where it is now. It will pop up and down a little bit. And you may get asked to put your speed brake on at some stage. There we go. When we get down to a certain level, we can check the QNH, or they tell you what the QNH is when they talk to you. You can actually go here and 1017. So when we take this off the standard, we can set that up so we're still continuing to descend at the correct level. As you can see, your triangle's gone down because you're at a different parameter, and then she'll just try to rebalance herself. And we're descending quite nicely. Says we're good, says we're bang on. So the radio has gone quiet for a while, but as soon as we get closer it'll soon really pick up. Just gives you that little bit more immersion. Yeah, it's going to be a really good program, this Beyond ATC, once it's fully released. They're doing it little by little, which is the right and correct thing to do, just to make sure they get it right. Still got 90 miles to go. Yeah, 90 miles to go. Dropping nicely. And we are going to turn basically into the sun. Looks like it's a little bit breezy out there. So landing could be a crosswind.
Speedbird 472, contact Paris Control 125.7. Contact Paris Control 125.7, Speedbird for 72. Have a good day. Speedbird 555 Whiskey Heavy, descend to flight level 100.
Descend to flight level 100. Speedbird 555 Whiskey Heavy.
We're still descending pretty good. Still 70 odd miles. Normally freezes on this next corner, I do believe. Freezes in the same place every time, so done everything we can possibly think of to try and get rid of the freezing, but nothing seems to work. $70 miles to go.
Speedbird 555 Whiskey Heavy. Contact Paris Control 125.7. Have a good day.
Contact Paris Control 125.7. Speedbird 555 Whiskey Heavy. Paris Control. Speedbird 555 Whiskey Heavy. Descending via Bob's 9er Echo. Flight level 119er.
Speedbird 555 Whiskey Heavy. Paris Control identified. Speedbird 555 Whiskey Heavy. Contact Orly Approach 127.75.
Contact Orly Approach 127.75. Speedbird 555 Whiskey Heavy. Orly. Speedbird 555 Whiskey Heavy. Flight level 114 with information Whiskey.
Speedbird 555 Whiskey Heavy Orly Approach. Good day. QNH 1017 expect the ILS runway 0 Series G7 à transition.
QNH 1017 expect the ILS runway 06 with the ODI 7 a transition. Speedbird 555 Whiskey Heavy.
Orly, France Soleil 81 Papa Juliette, good day, 900 feet.
France Soleil 21 November uniforme. Flight présent heading. Vector for the approach. Flight present heading France Soleil 21 November uniform. France Soleil 81 Papa Juliette. Orly departure. Good day. Identifié. Climb to flight level 180.
Climb to
go.
flight level
Got freeze going on.
180, France Soleil 81 Papa Juliette.
France Soleil 73 Charlie Alpha. Contact Paris Control 125.7. Bye bye. Contact Paris Control 125.7. France Soleil 73 Charlie Alpha. Bye bye. France Soleil 21 November uniforme. 35 miles from Confer 06. Turn right, heading 010. Maintain for 200 feet until established. Cleared ILS runway 06. Turn right, heading 010, 4,000 feet until established. Cleared ILS runway 06, France Soleil 21 November uniform.
We have a plane in front of us landing right now.
Orly, France Soleil 8392, 3,100 feet.
Eston 030. Contact Paris Control 118.05. Bye bye.
Contact Paris Control 118.0, Fivet Feston 030.
Speedbird 555 Whiskey Heavy. Cleared direct Odilo. Cross Odilo at or above flight level 100. Cleared ILS runway 06.
Cleared direct Odilo. Cross Odilo at or above flight level 100. Cleared ILS runway 06. Speedbird 555 Whiskey Heavy.
France Soleil 8392. Orly departure. Identifié. Climb to flight level 190.
Climb to flight level 190, France Soleil 8392.
Orly Air France 7540, 4,900 feet. Air France 7540. Orly departure. Identifié. Climb to flight level 190. Climb to flight level 190, Air France 7540. Orly, France Soleil 6 Papa Papa, 800 feet.
France Soleil 6 Papa Papa, Orly departure, identifié. Climb to flight level 180.
Climb to flight level 180, France Soleil 6 Papa Papa.
Pa. Okay. Okay, right, so we look like we're now really set for the landing lights on.
France Soleil 81 Papa Juliette. Contact Paris Control 118 decimal 05.
Contact Paris Control 118 decimal 05, France Soleil 81 Papa Juliette, have a good day.
Looking fine at the moment. Things can change. We're going to make a turn into our final approach. So as we get to turn in, we will establish the report. And now we should drop like a stone.
France Soleil 8392. Contact Paris Control 118 decimal 05.
Contact Paris Control 118.05, France Soleil 8392, have a good day.
Air France 7540, Orly, expect radar vector, ILS runway 0 miné.
Expect radar vectors, ILS runway 09er, Air France 7540.
Air France 7540, contact Paris Control 118 decimal 05, have a good day.
Contact Paris Control 118.05, Air France 7540.
As you can hear, a lot of chatter going on with Beyond ATC. There are those that are taking off, those that are heading for it, and those that are ready to land. We are only 30 miles now from touchdown.
France Soleil 6 Papa Papa, contact Paris Control 125 decimal 7, bye bye.
Contact Paris Control 125 decimal 7, France Soleil 6 Papa Papa.
Amusing. So we're getting pretty close now. We will establish the flight in a minute, the report. And then sort of prepare ready then for landing.
Vega 1922, contact Orly Tower 118 decimal 7.
Contact Tower 118.7, Vega 1922. Bye-bye.
Speedbird 555 Whiskey Heavy, established on final approach.
Speedbird 555 Whiskey Heavy. Affirmative.
So I'd get that in early in case you got busy. Set up on the localizer. You can see the diamond is slowly creeping, that will slowly creep down as we turn.
France Soleil to 1 November uniform. Contact Orly Tower 118.7. Have a good day.
Contact Tower 118.7, France Soleil 21 November uniform. Have a good day.
Now the Beyond ATC doesn't make your simulator freeze because it's not actually connected to the simulator. So it is the simulator itself. And it'll freeze on its way in as well, which kills it a little bit. There we go. And we should then pick up on the localizer, which I think we have done. And the localizer will now guide us in. Very shortly we'll put our wheels down. And we should now be on the localizer, which we are. And we can reduce some of our speed a bit. And drop our gear. Going into freeze mode. Hopefully it'll come out.
Orly, Air France 68 Hotel Papa. Flight level 0 Nine 3 mise information Whiskey.
Airport directly in front of us. We can now start taking some power.
QNH 1017 expect the ILS runway 0 series 17 à transition. QNH 1017 expect the ILS runway 0 series 17 à transition. Air France 68 Hotel Papa. Speedbird 555 Whiskey Heavy. Contact Orly Tower 118.7. Bye bye.
Contact Tower 118.7. Speedbird 555 Whiskey Heavy. Orly Tower. Speedbird 555 Whiskey Heavy. ILS runway 06.
Speedbird 555 Whiskey Heavy, Orly Tower, continue.
Roger. Speedbird 555 Whiskey Heavy.
Vega 1922, monitor ground 131.51.
Ground
Try and get the speed down a bit.
131.51, Vega
Going a bit too
1922.
fast.
Have a good day.
Speedbird 555 Whiskey Heavy, wind 080 at 6, runway 06 clear ready to land.
Runway 06 cleared to land. Speedbird 555 Whiskey Heavy.
1000.
France Soleil 21 November Uniform, exit right next available taxiway.
Exit right next available taxiway, France Soleil 21 November uniform.
France Soleil 21 November Uniform, monitor ground 131.51, have a good day.
Ground 131.51, France Soleil 21 November uniform.
100. 50. 30. 20. 10.
Speedbird 555 Whiskey Heavy, exit right next available taxiway.
Exit right next available taxiway. Speedbird 555 Whiskey Heavy.
Which we did do.
Speedbird 555 Whiskey Heavy, contact ground 131.51, have a good day.
Ground 131.51. Speedbird 555 Whiskey Heavy.
Good landing.
Speedbird 555 Whiskey Heavy. Request taxi to allocated gate.
Speedbird 555 Whiskey Heavy, get 1 minute taxi via Delta.
Gate 19 a taxi via Delta. Speedbird 555 Whiskey Heavy.
And there we go. You can now get yourself to the gate as well. And then we can put the landing lights off, taxi lights on. Whilst watching where you're driving. You see it puts all the EasyJet planes together. And you can see the blue planes are the ones that are being populated by ATC. There's no sign there won't be a player plane at our position, which looks like it's just off of this corner. Just there by the looks of it. There we go, door-to-door service. Hopefully we're in the right spot. I guess we're about to find out. Now let's see if this works. The now should give us at least some power, at least I would have thought. Well, we're going to kill the engines anyway.
Voloté at 21 Alpha Alpha, get 33, taxi at pilot's discretion.
Date 33 taxi at my discretion. Voloté at 1 Alpha Alpha.
I don't like it. It looks like no, it doesn't like it. So it's gonna like this one. So there is 19. Right, it's done something to us. It's popped us way forward. But that's it basically. It's
France Soleil 15 Bravo Lima, ramp 72, request pushback.
France Soleil 15 Bravo Lima, Orly Ground, pushback approved. Face ouest.
Pushback and engine start approved, face west, France Soleil 15 Bravo Lima.
let's not quite put us in the right place, but it'll do. We're down. That's the main thing. So you just basically, it still doesn't like it, does it? But never mind. We'll ask for it, see what happens. There we go. Don't quite think it's going to give it to us somehow. Last time I came in it was fine, but this time it doesn't seem so fine.
France Soleil 15 Bravo Lima, request taxi.
France Soleil 15 Bravo Lima, runway 07 taxi via Charlie.
Runway 07 taxi via Charlie, France Soleil 15 Bravo Lima.
Yep, okay, well, so you kill that after that, and that will just kill off a lot of the noise for you. And it'll also get rid of all the planes that were injected in. That will clear them out. Well, most of them, still one sitting there. And then I don't think that's given us what we wanted, it hasn't. So we'll leave it there. And just, when you're happy, just do that. So that's looking at ATC, which is, I think, improved a lot. It's certainly moving forward. Okay, there's stuff going on in the background. That's definitely moving stuff forward. Let's take that back to main menu. That will kill that off. Don't really know what's more to say about it, other than it's really coming on leaps and bounds. I quite like it. I'm looking forward to the next core update, which will be a full ATC, which will be basically everything in the sky, thousands of planes, and you'll be ahead. It'll be interesting. There is a set level you put it to for, I've got it set to about 7. They say set it to 5, but I've just gone a little bit higher because I want to see what it did. Quite impressed with it. You can actually take to the maximum of 10, which will give you a lot more. It's going to be a lot higher that when it gets going. So that's Flight Simulator done. Train Sim World 5 is now out. I bought the free version, the starter pack. Nothing really in there that you'd say was brilliant. Maybe a little bit of enhancement going on, but that's about it. They want 60 quid for the deluxe model, which has got the Pendolino in it, which I'm a little bit reluctant to pay that amount of money, especially when there's not a great deal in there. But that's another story. So thanks for watching. I hope this was of use to you. Until next time, stay safe, keep well, and see you again soon. Bye bye.